This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. You can find all my work at mjmunoz.com. Welcome to Digimon Chronicles. This is episode 24, and I will be talking about Digimon Dreamers, the manga, chapter 4. So, as I talked about last time, I thought there would be some action coming up, and sure enough, there is action in this chapter, and I'm happy to see that. The pacing of it feels a little bit funny because it almost makes it seem like this is days later, or it's another trip that Ritsu has taken into the digital world, but that's what it seems like from the opening of the chapter. But from the fact that Ogremon is there stealing the cypress meat, it feels very much just like a continuation of the previous episode. So maybe it's the case that after Ritsu and Pulsemon ate a bunch of cypress meat, that they perhaps rested for a little bit of time, and then Pulsemon proceeded to do his heavy bag, or I guess it's just a punching bag, training at the punching bag, and he showed a lot of strength, and that's pretty interesting. I guess I'm wondering, given the fact that he's eaten so much and that he's taking so much abuse from Ogremon in the course of this chapter, if it is possible that he will have met the conditions to digivolve in the next chapter. I kind of thought or assumed that Dreamers would just be a quest, like a comedic. As I started reading it more and more, which I know we're only in the 4th chapter, so I guess by the 3rd chapter I thought, I don't know if this guy's ever going to digivolve. I think it'll just be kind of gags and some comedy and, maybe some fights and some adventure as they're trying to figure out what to do to get him to digivolve, but it wouldn't actually happen. But it seems, based on everything that's happened in the last 2 chapters, that he very well could digivolve in the next chapter, which I think would be pretty fun and exciting. I think the possibility of this Bulkmon, which I don't know if that's a real Digimon or not, or if that's just something Pulsemon was making up and that Yabano got a chance to just have fun and make a fake Digimon, like they did with that, the Vmon, or is it XVmon and XVmon and Angemon, Jorgus, or DNA Digivolution that they joked about, and like, I don't know if that was supposed to be Vmon or Daisuke Davis's crayon drawing of Super Dancer Angelmon or whatever that was in 02. So like, I don't know if it's one of those Digimon or not, but I think the Bulkmon design looked pretty cool. It's simple, but it's kind of a neat idea, and I might have to steal the look of that, or the concept of going from Pulsemon to Bulkmon for my for one of my writing projects, because I'm doing a not Digimon, a legally distinct Digimon story idea that it's just kind of like a background element of something. But of course, well, not of course, you don't know this, but when I develop background elements for stuff, I like to go as hard as I can and make them as cool as I can, and almost approach it as if, what if I were actually doing this as my main project? What would that look like, and how would I, how would I develop that, and how would it make sense? So it's a danger of being me when I'm creating stuff. But anyway, I don't want to get too distracted talking about that. But the idea of him just being like bigger and bulkier and maintaining the emblem on his chest and some other key visual things, so he looks basically like the same guy, but just kind of grown up, as opposed to a Numamon turning into like a Kuromon, turning into a Numamon, turning into a, is Raramon champion or ultimate level? Anyway, Raramon is like crazy. I can't see anything digivolving into that. Or like, a Numamon. Well, anyway, just the Digivolution is weird. And if you're a Digimon fan, you've seen what like the actual Digivolution lines are, and they're crazy. I think Tamers had the sweet spot. Well, Tamers has my favorite approach, where they're like logically consistent all the way through, and they just look really cool, and they're like tailor-made for being, hero lines, which I think is, well, that makes the most sense to me. That's what I would do. Anyway, I guess it's more fun and more free if you have it done the crazy, random way that they originally had it for the, what is it, the V-Tamer? Whatever the original Digimon, portable handheld game was called. Anyway, it's cool that Ogremon actually comes in and attacks, and his monkey Digimon, who I don't know the name of, says something to the effect of, there seems to be a curse on Cypress Town where the Digimon who live there won't digivolve or have a very difficult time digivolving. There's an Agumon, and a Patamon, which are rookies, and I don't know if Pokemon is I guess he's a rookie too. The others are all babies. There's, I'm not going to name them all. You saw them. But I think there's babies and fresh. I don't know. I don't remember how exactly it goes, but there's lower level Digimon there mostly. And I believe Pulsemon's a rookie. Yeah, Pulsemon is a rookie as well. So it is interesting, this concept of this Cypress Town being cursed, where they have a more difficult time digivolving, and it looks like Ogremon is from a different location, different town, adjacent to Cypress Town, but outside of it. So he's not been affected by that. So I think that's kind of an interesting concept, that there could be something wrong with that little area of the digital world. And I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that Pulsemon was able to summon Ritsu into Cypress Town, essentially. And I don't know, it's just kind of curious. But I'm definitely looking forward to more of a fight next time. I've been watching Yu Yu Hakusho, and Pulsemon saying that he wants to endure the abuse of the fight, because every bit of pain he endures is bringing him closer to digivolving, and him just getting back up again and again after getting knocked down made me think, Pulsemon is basically Yusuke Urameshi. That is a really interesting thing to do. That's really cool. And yeah, he's like a crazy punk, and I like that. I like Yusuke a lot, and even though the whole cast is great, but yeah, I like thinking of Pulsemon as like Yusuke, and just the attitude and the ambition and everything that he has going for him is really interesting and really fun, and I like seeing it play out. And I like Ogremon. I like Ogremon freaking out at how much Pulsemon is interested in continuing the fight, to his detriment, because ultimately, Pulsemon thinks it's to his benefit, and Ogremon just thinks I'm going to kill this guy. Not that I think he has a problem with killing him. He just thinks he's a freak for inviting death and not being scared of it, which is what I'm sure Ogremon would prefer to see. So yeah, I'm interested in what's going to go on. I'm expecting that he will digivolve in the next chapter, or very soon, within the next couple chapters. And I'm curious as to what your thoughts are on it. If you think my Yusuke Urameshi equals Pulsemon assessment is correct, and if you think he'll digivolve soon, or you think he'll spend the whole manga not digivolving at all. And yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts on those speculative questions, or my opinions, as well as the your thoughts on the actual chapter itself. So anyway, until next time, folks, take care. This is MJ signing out. I hope you enjoyed that. Go to mjmunoz.com to leave any questions, comments, or other feedback you might have. There you can find all of my analysis, art, and fiction. I cover books, tokusatsu, comic books, anime, and more. Look around. You're sure to find something else that you'll enjoy as well. This has been a Story Over Everything production.